just want to let all you fine ladies out there know that for the year 2022, I am open 24/7, 365 days for appointments. And you know exactly what kind of appointments I'm talking about, since all you ladies, love those. But, might not be the best one that you ever have. I don't claim to be the greatest, but it should leave you temporarily satisfied until your next one with myself again or whoever it may be. Just want to pass this fine PSA along to all the ladies out there.
Welcome. Allow me to introduce myself. You're listening to The Basement Dwellers, hosted by your boy Jacob the Man-Child Santoro and the one and only Ali Reyna.
We don't have that kind of relationship.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to the channel to get the latest updates too.
Tell me what your hand's doing over that button first.
But for now, just kick back and put your feet up, because I got a fresh one delivered to your speakers. Alright.
Very cool. That guy rocks.
The stuttering killed it for me.
You have a girlfriend. Why are you recording that stuff?
Oh my god, that guy was the coolest guy. That was the most. I appreciate a man who's just like, fuck it. You know what I love?
Guess.
You know what I love about it is the fact that it was on TikTok, not meant for anyone in particular, and he was just like shooting the shot.
He was just shooting a shot at everybody.
How fucking
Yeah.
I don't know. You got to admit, you got to admire that a little
I mean,
bit.
I guess like I suppose it would take a lot to kind of put yourself out there like that, but like I'm just saying he probably shouldn't have, because that was embarrassing.
I feel like at that point though, it's like, are you really embarrassed?
He definitely wasn't. He was like, I'm open for appointments.
Right. I'm open for, and I love how like coy he was being about. I'm open for appointments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's like, appointments.
Sex appointments, if you get what I'm saying. Episode 36.
Yeah.
Right?
Right?
Right.
Gotta start checking
I'm
the
unsure.
episodes.
I know. We're going to be doing this. I feel like after 100, we're going to stop counting. Just
Yeah.
welcome back.
Yeah.
Boom. Look at this sick fucking camera. Don't you guys feel like you're part of like a public access TV show right now with all this? I have the green screen and the dope camera that might fail on us halfway through, because that's our curse.
Well, don't say that. Knock on wood.
Joined by one of my closest amigos, Cristian, my friend who hails from Guatemala. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't hail from there.
My most foreign friend. Welcome. Say something in Spanish. All right. Did you ever get that a lot as a kid?
No.
People look at you as being brown and they're like, say something in Spanish?
Sometimes. Well, I mean, like kindergarten. But I grew up in California, so I wasn't. There was a lot of other kids that could speak Spanish way better
Everyone
than
else
me.
is brown. Welcome, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's funny. It's almost beautiful irony, because this is our first episode with a decent camera that's not my fucking iPhone.
Yeah.
We have all these wonderful lights. And you were also the first episode I tried to do video with.
Yeah.
And you also came out of the closet for me. So that was pretty cool.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. He was just like, yeah, whatever. You know, like,
Rip Jacob out of the closet.
glad to have you back on, man.
Yeah, man.
I think you're very close to being this guy. Honestly, I mean, you might as well just shoot your shot that way. Just,
Dude, that's not too far away from how I try to get ladies.
I think, I think you should get a TikTok and just be this guy.
There's definitely been a few sad Facebook posts in my life, of just like, hey, if anyone wants to come over.
Oh yeah, I mean, I won't. You can look at every single memory from like that day, and I definitely at this point I've had a Facebook for so long that I have memories like 365.
Have you got the same Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
had like so many.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Well, I at some point I forget like what year it was, but I just like stopped using my old one. Like it's still up. Like you can look at my old Facebook, but like I don't know. Like I just got a different account. Like
Why is it still up?
because I didn't know how to like deactivate it at the time. I was just like, I'm just gonna log out and make new information. So like I've gone back and like read my post and I'm just like, oh my God, like somebody
Oh.
should have punched me in the face, honestly. Like there is nobody I relate to less than.
Did you ever have like a scene bean Facebook?
Yeah.
What was your scene
Well,
name?
no, like not like that. No.
What was your scene name?
I didn't really like have my like username on a lot of things was like it had like the X's, you know, like the XX, and then I think it was like it was something like Misery Loves Me or something. Like
Nice.
it was like really emo. Yeah.
I liked Christian's. Christian always kept his, and it was so good. Christian's emo name, and whether you want to call that or not, it definitely is. I almost wanted it to like we were gonna go into like business. You know, that's what dudes do. Like when they're like homies, they're just like let's
Start a business.
what was it? We were gonna do a comic shop with it was a Chris Sinister Comics.
It was just gonna be Sinister Comics.
Yeah.
but yeah. I guess
Okay. I mean, I like that though. Like
Yeah.
that's cool.
Chris Sinister was definitely like the thing that I was that was my emo name. That was my little signature on my text messages.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
we all did you have a phone signature?
No,
Liar.
I didn't. I really didn't.
Oh.
I like tried to, I really like, I was like a boomer back in the day. Like I had no idea how to like do things. And then just like, I don't know. Well, Madison taught me a lot, and then yeah, I don't know where it was just like changing my whole profile format on MySpace and like things like that. Like,
Are these not twist offs?
They are.
Are you
There's a little
sure?
arrow on there. Yeah. Good.
Oh, I guess. Getting weak as fuck. Holy shit. No, I never had an emo name. I did have a text signature though, but I just spelt out tool in leet speak. So like I used like ampersands and like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that. So it just said tool, which I found pretty ironic, like as I grew up, because like some of the things I would say to people.
Tool.
Kind of fucking toolish. I gotta say, I'm pretty fucking geeked about our little setup here. Like, this is pretty sweet. It is weird to see it in
it was very cool.
our kitchen.
Yeah.
We'll definitely need to upgrade eventually.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, at this point, I mean, we have to kind of not do this at our house if we're gonna do like this.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking to Christian actually that we should probably. I was considering. Well, I was talking to you about it too. Like, I feel like now it's just like if this goes nowhere, which I hope it doesn't. But like if I'm just like, hey, this is fun and all, but it's a lot of work. I feel like at this point I can just kind of hire out my services for people who.
Yeah.
I mean, every straight white man over the age of 18 is just like,
Right.
I'm gonna do a podcast.
Right. Yeah.
Allie showed me the dark side of podcasts, and let me just say, I am blown away at how many like misogynist podcasts. Have you ever seen those? Like
no.
I used to think that it was just straight up a joke, and we watched. Shout out to Chad on YouTube, who I discovered. Like I watched all of her videos in like a week. She just does like reaction videos, and she's just really funny. But she did this like deep dive on just like alpha male podcasts, and there are a plethora of people who are just like, what was the one? What was like the big
It's
one?
like the most popular one that's going around is like this guy that's basically like, if my wife doesn't get right back into the gym after basically like giving birth to my child, then like I'm not going to be sexually attracted to her, and like just all. And it was just like, are you serious? Like you really thought that was an opinion you should have voiced on the internet? Like
It's crazy, dude. Well, because it's the
and
silent.
then not get backlash.
It's
for
the
it?
what do
Like,
you call it? It's the silent majority. It's because you know there's
Yeah.
dudes in their room that are just like, oh fuck yeah, I get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that have never touched a woman in their life.
Yeah.
My favorite was when they brought, so it's 3 dudes, and they just, you know, it's like they just sat in a room
They've got like
for
two
like
couches.
yeah.
and
So
that's
it's
what
2
they-
couch, and like I will say, look, we only have 87 subscribers, 100 by next month. Just telling you guys, please.
Please.
I would love it. But I am appalled at like, I thought this was normal. Like I thought like this, I gotta buy all these lights and this nice camera. Like I thought this was just the thing that you do. They look like shit,
Oh, yeah.
and like they use like USB mics. You know what I
Yeah, a
mean?
lot of
And
people
like
just use like their iPhone and
it's like all the audio sounds like this. You know what I mean? It's just like
Right.
it's so shitty. But like one of my favorite clips that she showed was it was like they invited one woman
Oh, yeah.
on there, so it's just like
Oh,
it's just like
dude.
instant, like it's just like them 3 versus her, and she's just like he straight up was just like, let me show, or I'll let you finish, but stop, hold on,
Yeah.
hold on.
man is talking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it was just like so crazy. Like I just, you know, I knew that like there was a joke about like, oh, you should check out my podcast. Of course you have a fucking podcast, but like
Yeah.
I would like to say after watching that video that like I definitely have a little bit better content than
Oh yeah.
it's the woman's touch.
Yeah.
I would say that I enjoyed episodes 1 through 30, but it got a little tough sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to have you on, man.
Yeah, man. Happy
Yeah.
to be
Thanks
here.
for being on.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
It's always nice to just. I like having guests on. I was kind of so we were just like, oh, maybe I'll be on, maybe I won't. Like I'll let you know, or like I was like, I'll let you know, because and the only reason I said that was really because when I bought that camera, I did like 2-person shots. So the way that we were gonna do it was like news style. So it's just like her and I right next to each other,
Yeah.
So then when I was like, oh fuck, I gotta figure out. I'm actually really worried about this green screen. Like obviously it fucking fell. I should have caught that before we started. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad.
Doesn't look like it's picking up on there.
No.
Yeah. What should we have as the background?
I liked like that picture idea that you had, where it was like a picture of a basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would really like to hire someone or you to make me a legitimate like background.
Sure.
Like I would like to, because I want it to be a basement, but I want it to be like almost like a cum dungeon, because like that's like what you
Oh jeez.
like neckbeard, like Someone told me at work, one of my agents told me, they're like, oh, so I listened to your podcast, and I was like, oh shit,
God.
I was like, oh shit. He goes, I'm surprised that you have a girlfriend. I was like, oh really? Like, damn, dude. Like,
That's funny.
It wasn't that guy that I told you that
No.
was in my training squad, was it?
oh yeah, we all work together. That's another thing that's really funny.
Yeah.
I had to dodge being your guys' supervisor twice.
Yeah.
But looking back at it, I wish I didn't say anything.
What are you going to do?
I would have got you guys to supervisors by now, but
I'm almost there.
I'm in no danger of getting promoted right now, dude.
yeah. Look, when you really think about it, also, I want to let you know, I couldn't find it, but you said where we worked, and I was so mad at you.
Oh.
So it's there somewhere now. So if we ever get big,
Yeah.
we're going to get harassed like you wouldn't fucking believe. So I probably shouldn't have said
I
that
mean, if
because
you get big, are you still going
Yeah.
to be working there?
on principle. Just so I could be like, I don't need this shit. I got 300,000 subscribers.
I've got a podcast.
That's me now. I don't need this shit. I got a fucking podcast. Yeah, but you said it, and I was like, I prided myself on. I did 30 plus episodes of not mentioning where I work.
I feel like that's a lie.
That's not. It's
not.
literally not. That was like one of my biggest rules.
You broke it.
Yep.
What were you saying about that woman's touch?
Fuck,
I know, woman, dude. I mean, fuck.
fuck rules.
God damn. So my dad came to visit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Did
and
you climb a bunch of mountains?
it's so funny. I knew that you laughed at it though, because it was in the same vibe. I texted Christian. I was like, I picked up my dad from the airport. Guess what's the first thing he wanted to do as soon as he landed? What'd you say? You're like, climb South Mountain,
Climb a mountain.
because you both know. And
Run 6 miles.
my dad's
Yeah.
just Mr. Fitness. No, I pick him up from the airport. We get breakfast. I'm like, so what do you want to do? We have a few hours to go. He goes, let's go to a Harley Davidson dealer. I was like, okay. And like the whole way there, he's like, I want a bike and I'm going to get a Camaro. And I'm just like, dude, the Sons of Anarchy really just makes a man super horny to just be a badass. But I liked it. And I got really sad when you said don't get a bike. I enjoyed myself. There's some nice bikes.
Oh, I know. I would love to have a bike. They're just
Nobody's
not.
saying that bikes aren't nice.
Oh, no, here it comes. Here's the
I
fucking...
just-
Yeah.
oh my God.
Here's the boner kill.
They're just not
Wow.
practical. I mean,
Yeah, like I said that I would feel more comfortable with it if everybody in Arizona knew how to drive. But that's not the case. Like,
Look, dude. So this is the one I was looking at. It's called a Fat Bob, and it's like super low to the ground. I love that exhaust. That's a cool bike,
that is cool looking, yeah.
right? I don't know. And Allie was just like, "Don't get, you're gonna die." And I'm like, "Why do you say that
You're
stuff?"
gonna die.
I mean, that's a sweet
That's what
bike.
everyone says, though. I mean, you just...
Yeah, I mean, I could die in a car. I could die fucking on the couch. Like,
I guess.
you know, what my dad said it was my favorite because I was texting you, and I was like, "Oh, I really want a bike." She's like, "Don't get it." And like, we were talking to the guy, the salesman. I will say, said one of the funniest things that I've ever heard is he goes, "I mean, getting a new bike is like, it's like one of those things, like the birth of your child, or like." I was like, "Okay." He's like, "I've had men in here like cry because they got the bike of their dreams," and I was like, "Yeah, my dad definitely will be more excited for his bike than the birth of me." I almost wanted to call him and be like, "Hey, Dad, what would you rather do? Relive my birth or have a bike?" But I told my dad, I was like, "Oh, Allie said I couldn't," and I'll never forget what he said. Is he goes, "A man who has to ask his wife if he can buy a motorcycle, doesn't deserve a motorcycle.
Damn.
Dang.
Does your dad have
Because
a,
I'm a stud.
does your dad have a podcast?
I know, dude. He does. Women are fucking
I
stupid,
want to
bro.
listen to that podcast.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Like, it'd be cool because you always tell me, because he'll always send me, and she just won't let me have fun. Because remember when you sent me all, like, I wanted what was that neon, like the cool neon that I wanted.
Oh, the SRT4, I think.
Immediately, she was like, "That's just gonna sit in the driveway. It's not." I'm like, why can't I just be a speed demon?
He could trade in his
Fine.
current car for one
Fine,
of those.
do it. Do
Oh,
it.
see, that means that means I
damn.
lost.
Don't do it, dude.
Yeah,
You're
no,
dead.
that's like the same. Hey, we're gonna go out. All right,
That's the sound.
have
of your,
fun.
That's the sound of your nads just jingling around in her purse.
I don't know, man. It would be fun. I mean, us as 20-something-year-olds, it's not like we can afford anything fun, anyways. So it's
I disagree.
yeah,
I have a very old car and it's very fun to drive.
it's a ridiculous car that comes with stipulations.
Well, yeah, any fun car does.
So many times I go over to hang out with Christian and I'm like, hey, do you want to go grab some beer? He goes, can you grab it on the way? Why? Because my car won't go up like the curb on a like. I don't know.
My car is very low to the ground.
Allie doesn't even
Yeah, it
drive,
is.
but she wants a car like yours, but she wants it like neon pink and like anime girl.
Yeah.
Did you see that guy? Oh, well, you didn't see it, but he was parked today in the fucking future resident parking spot. That guy with all the anime stickers. We
Yeah.
told you about that guy,
Anime
right?
Titties guy.
Dude, full, they're not
Yeah.
held by a skimpy bikini. They're full.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's full titties.
Oh yeah, dude. $50 on Amazon.
I'm
If-
pretty sure there's like hentai on there.
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
If there's one she's spreading her pussy lips, dude. Like it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds
Yeah.
like a cool
His
guy.
car looks cool. Like,
If I was a teenager walking home from school every day, I would definitely stop by his car every day and just look at it
Stare
real
at
quick.
it.
Yeah, and then I would just go home and like I don't know. I just think that's a little much. But she's just like, I want a car that looks cute, and then you can drive me around in it. That's what she says. Like that's what she wants.
Yeah.
If we ever get our big break, that's what she wants. She wants a fucking just hentai car, and then she wants me to drive her around in it.
There you go. Just got a pink SRT4.
Do you know anything about cars? Like,
No.
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 You don't have like
Not
a
even
favorite
gonna,
car.
like, pretend.
If
to.
you had $1 million, you get whatever car you want. There's not one car that you could think of off the top of your head. The name of the car?
Well, like a Trans Am. I like those cars.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even remember what those fucking. Is that like a hot rod car?
That's like the one with the T-top, right?
I think so.
I don't even know what that means.
Like, okay, so like I like Dean's car in fucking
Like that?
Supernatural,
Like
yeah.
Dwight's car, like from The
Yeah.
Office, like
Yeah.
a fire. Yeah, that's pretty
And
sick.
then My Chemical Romance also had one for their 4th album.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Badass.
I feel like I have to be like we have to have kids and then divorce, and then I'm a single dad with this car.
Yeah.
So that silver one right there, that's a T-top. See how the windows go
Oh
up?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like the little.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Is it like a?
My dad's Camry used
Just like,
be
you have
that.
windows on your roof.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so it's not like a convertible. I can't take those off.
No.
No.
You
You
just
can
have.
like open them though.
And they almost
right?
always, like after, I don't know, 10 years, like will start leaking.
Yeah, they're old cars. They just look like a project. That's what all of it. Like that's what
Yeah.
all of it
You
is.
definitely got to maintain those.
See, like this dude right here. That's a guy that owns a Trans Am.
Oh, yeah, look at that beard, dude.
Yeah, he drives around. Just, look at this photograph when he
dude-
fucking.
Oh my
Yeah,
That dude's got a Harley.
yeah. Oh my god, I was
That
gonna
dude's
tell.
got a podcast.
That's like the new joke now is that guy has a podcast for sure. I was gonna say another thing that fucking absolutely killed me is my dad never thinks about what he says before he says it, and I want to make this very clear: is my dad is one of the nicest dudes like ever. Like he's a super sweet guy. He means well, but this is also a guy that in the parking lot of the Cardinal Stadium said, and I quote, "I don't understand how racism still exists. We had a black president." Like he meant it like in the best way possible, but like, you know, so we're at we went to Fuddruckers, which
Oh, yeah.
when's the last time you went to a Fuddruckers, dude?
It's been a while.
Right, but it was it's so good. And he was talking about something. He was talking about like my brothers like a day, or he was like,
Yeah.
I think I asked him a question. I was like, so because I don't know what's going on with the school and COVID now, so like I asked the question. I was like, so if someone has like a COVID scare, like do you guys go back home? And he was like, well, they had a bunch of days off, and then it was fucking Martin Luther King Jr.'s day off or something like that, and
that didn't even like come out of his mouth. It was like that Martin King something
day off or whatever.
He didn't even get that far.
Like he supports and whatever anything good, but it's just like some things my dad says. I'm just like, my God,
Just one of those people, just from a different time.
Yeah.
Like, he means well. He just
he's like, oh, I was driving around Sepulveda and there's a bunch of he-she's on the road. Like, God, Dad, like you can't. He doesn't mean it, but it's just like that's what he knew.
Yeah.
I think my grandpa. Did you hear my grandpa? He was like, because I was talking to him about like different places I did comedy, and he's like, what's the place that's by like it's by like he straight up is like, it's by like the Blacks and I was like, oh, off of the what is it, Black Avenue and Ching Chong Boulevard, like old people are the worst, but you love them, you know what I mean? It's just only if they're related to me, but like other than that,
I mean, yeah, they're from like the era.
Are your grandparents like that too?
My grandparents.
Well, your grandparents are straight
foreign.
from like they're straight from like the homeland.
So, my grandmother is a fucking angel, and she's one of those ones where she's like the sweetest person, but it's like then I talk to my dad about it, and he's like, bro, like he's like, she was
saw a
mean.
different side.
Really?
And then my grandpa, he's just old, so he's like indirectly.
Now your mom's parents have passed away,
Just her dad.
and that's the only grandparent you've lost.
Yeah.
Are they here in Arizona?
Honestly, her mom is like all over the place.
Really?
Yeah, she's one of those like nanas where she just kind of like lives with the entire family.
Nana, that's cute.
Yeah, she just kind of like hops around from family member to family member every couple months. Until they get
Did
sick
you
of
ha-
her, which
did
they
you-
always do.
Yeah. Did you have a name for your grandparents?
Well, my grandma was Precious.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Did you have a name for your grandpa?
No, I just called him like Kenneth.
Oh, well, that's like not your grandpa though, right? That's like her husband.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I never like really knew my dad's actual dad.
Depends on like what side of the family I'm with. So I have like my stepdad's grandparents, which were Nana and Papa, and then I had my mom's parents who were like it was my mom's mom and then her husband, which was Grandma and Papa, and then I had Hillary's grandparents who were Mima and Papi, which is funny because she comes from like a very like Hispanic family, but she herself is just white as a ghost. So it's like really funny, like because she
She's,
definitely
like,
got
really cool, though.
right.
Like,
Well, it's just so funny because it's just like those Utah people, man. Like as soon as they get their genes, like Ethan. Ethan is Hillary's son because he is blonde hair, blue eye. But then you look at Jackson,
Right.
who looks just like me and my dad.
Yeah.
Like it's just so crazy.
Yeah.
I don't get how that works. Like you are Hispanic, but like what did I say? I was like, I think I told her like 3 months into dating, I was like, please forgive me, but like I met her parents. No, it was like way longer than that. When did I meet your parents? Like
It was like a year almost.
no, because it was Thanksgiving. So what?
Well, it's
6
like-
months in? About
Well, that would be like 11 months.
well, we started dating in February.
Yeah.
And then we
Well,
so
10.
do
10
math.
months.
9, 10. Anyways, I met her dad, and her dad is like a super tan. He's a Hispanic dude, but with like an adorable like Arlen, Texas. Just I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
But like we got in the car, and I was like, please forgive me, but I thought you were like Asian. I mean, because she has like really squinty eyes. Like it just. Oh boy.
He was about to say chinky.
Great, good job, Christian. Now I'm done forever.
Now it's out there.
Oh my god, I was gonna say, congrats on like starting to draw again, dude. I was super excited for that.
Oh yeah, man. I mean,
He started his comic book again.
Oh, very cool.
trying to.
Looks
What is
good.
it called?
What's it called? It's called Tread Upon Dust.
Okay.
Talk about it. What's it about? Sorry, we'll be quiet.
Oh no. Yeah, he's like a humanoid chicken man, and it takes place after like a great cataclysm where like humanity's like gone, and something happened that like sped up the evolution of like animals and stuff. So that's why he's like a chicken. So there's like alien races, and then I don't know what I'm gonna call them yet. I think I'm settling on Evos, where they're gonna be like the animal people, and yeah, he's just like he works for like space mafia. It's gonna be pretty classic like sci-fi, dystopian like
Just like a roguish character.
Okay.
yeah, like super corporations and like mafias, gangs,
So he's like a Han Solo-y kind of.
kind of, but like he's yeah.
I don't know if we ever talked about this on because I know that you're very, very humble when it comes to Christian is a wonderful artist, and I know that I mean, you met him last year, so it's like you don't. But I mean, like I would geek out at anything that he showed me, and he painted my favorite painting that's on the wall over there.
Yeah.
When did you?
I remember you showing me like some kind of like book that you drew in. It had like a bunch of like alchemy symbols.
Oh, I still have that.
Like, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, she was gonna fucking leave me for you at that point.
He was like, "Yeah, my friend Christian did this," and I was like, "Wow, this is really good." Like,
Yeah, I don't know what I was trying to do with that. I just thought it was cool. I was listening to Thrice and they had that album.
So when did you like? I don't know. Like I always ask this because I get this question all the time with music, where like I always get asked like, when did you, like, because a lot of kids will pick up painting or writing or try to be like a thespian or music, and then they'll just kind of put it down. But there's few of those kids who are kind of in the in between, where I'm not a famous musician, but I would say I'm pretty good at playing at least guitar, So it's like I always got asked like, when did you know that? I mean, like you've been drawing most of your life, right? Like when did you start like really like killing it?
I mean, I've been killing it since day one. But no, like my family like knew I was good at drawing pretty early on. It's not something they ever like really like told me about like when I was really young. But I knew I was good at drawing in kindergarten when we were supposed to draw this picture of like what we did over the weekend or something, and all I did was play Crash Bandicoot over the weekend, so I just drew Crash Bandicoot like in the jungle.
So it started with like drawing characters that you like loved.
Yeah. No, I've always that's like been like probably like 90% of like what I do, and which is why I like prefer comic books over like painting and stuff like that. It's because like I like designing characters. I like designing characters. I like designing like vehicles, or like weapons and stuff like that. I love doing that. Like really technical.
Oh, he's a big old nerd.
yeah.
So
because of Christian, I'll never truly grow up, and I don't think that's a bad thing because, what happened? I'll never forget one fateful morning in June of 2021. I received a text message from Christian that said, "Have you ever heard of Warhammer 40K?" And what did I say? And just like I got two Leos at this fucking table, and what do I always say? Leos will never tell you about bad things, ever. And I was, the whole time? What was that whole week? I was like, shut up. Don't care.
I remember the phone call where you were like, "Dude, you got to play this game. Like, it's so fun. It's really cool." And I remember like him specifically being like, "Fuck no."
Oh, I got off the phone. I got off the phone and I was like, I cannot believe this dude right now. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, and lo and behold,
and then it was like I don't even think it was like a week later. Like it was like a couple days later. He like comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, so like I've actually been looking into 40K and." And I think I'm gonna play it, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, Jacob called me the next day, and he was just like,
she said,
"Goddamn."
She said, "Okay," and then I started bringing stuff home.
Yeah,
and then I started bringing a lot of stuff home.
Yep.
And
whatever, like you can't. I've never been.
No, you never have. But I know that. So here's the thing: is that at this point now, if he gets into something, that no matter how much I deny it.
Well, yeah.
What?
Like I'll get into it. Like that's just how it is.
Well,
like,
you're the same way with me. Every time I watch a fucking TV show, you're like, "Oh, what's this?"
Yeah, I do that boyfriend thing where it's just like it was. What were we talking about at Casey's 90 Day Fiance? I used to fucking hate. No, I used to fucking hate reality shows.
Yeah,
it's all Hillary used to watch. Like, and I just found it super fake and annoying.
Yeah,
like and maybe that was just me being like an edgy teenager or whatever. But like. No, she was in. I mean, you saw our old house, like, and so she'd be in the room watching it, and I'd be like, "Oh, what are you watching? Oh, 90 Day. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go be in the other room, whatever." But then, like, I would find excuses to go in the room and just be like, and I would like kind of do like the dad thing where I just like
stand up,
just kind of like, huh, that's funny. Who is that? Like, you know what I mean? Like I started like, and so it's just like it's the same thing. It was like The Mandalorian. It was like Game of Thrones. My entire life, it was just like Christian has always started it for me. And then I get into it. And just like you, what was it? Fargo. Have you watched Fargo yet?
I have not.
Fargo is really
my
good.
God. You would love that show.
Is it like about the movie?
Yeah.
Kind of. Well, kind of. It like
or is it like a retelling of the movie?
No. But there's
it continues like
the
some years after the movie, basically, because that suitcase is involved.
Yeah, the idea of the movie.
Like, have you seen the movie?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like that suitcase that the money is in is involved in season 1. Like that's pretty much like what the whole idea or ordeal is over in season 1, and then all the other seasons are kind of like other times.
Okay.
but like all involving like the same like gang.
And they get a lot of good actors in that show.
Yeah.
I mean,
Imagine.
yeah.
The movie was fucking great.
yeah. Well, they had season 1 was what, Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh my god,
And
his
then you
character
had
was great.
amazing. And then you
Yeah.
have a Bilbo in that show. And then the last season you had Chris Rock in that show, and he was phenomenal, dude. You had Dennis in that show, like you know, whatever his name. I always forget his name.
Glenn Howerton.
Glenn Howerton was in that show. It's such a great fucking just like crime drama. But then there's like they had Professor Lupin from Harry Potter in that show.
Yeah.
That season was really weird and like artsy fartsy, like the
Yeah.
whole. But yeah, man, you need to fucking watch it. Point
It's
is
really
that if a Leo tells you check out this show, just do yourself a solid, because you're going to fight them and you're going to argue the entire time, and then you're going to sit down and watch it, and then you're going to feel like an asshole every single time I say, hey, I started watching Game of Thrones. Yeah, awesome, dude. I fucking told you about it 3 years ago. I remember specifically when we lived together, we watched episodes like 1 through 3, and I told you, I will never forget, because all of our memories are just us drinking 55 Rolling Rocks in one night. But I remember it was just like, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go play some video games or whatever. And he was like, come on, dude. Sure as shit. I moved to California. What happens? I watch every single episode of Game of Thrones, and it's one of my favorite shows of all time now.
That's a good one.
You guys want to see something funny? I don't want to say funny, but you guys want to see something crazy?
What?
All right, check this out.
Come on. No, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, go. Come on, Jenna, go. Let's go. Bad girl, let's go. Keep walking.
How hard are you right now?
Dude, I'm about to break your table.
That's
She's got a nice boy.
so. For people who are just listening, Allie, will you describe what we just watched?
So first angle is just like a girl on all fours on a leash walking down the sidewalk, and then there's another girl tied up on the sidewalk. And they start barking at each other
Yeah.
and get into a dogfight.
And the quote unquote owner, which I assume is her partner, is like,
Yeah.
hey, hey,
Bad girl.
Bad girl.
That's yeah. So it's a chick. All right, let's keep going.
Oh, there's more.
Keep walking.
Damn.
Are you ready?
Oh, okay.
You ready?
Oh, I think I've heard about this chick. Yeah.
Go get it, girl. Go get it.
All right, Christian, what was that?
Well, they're playing fetch. It looks like.
And she's on all fours
Yeah,
at
she's
the
still
park.
doing the dog thing.
All right. You meet the love of your life.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
You do that for her?
Yeah. Yeah. As long as I get to be the owner,
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't be the dog. Fuck that.
You let her like
Yeah.
around the house just.
Yeah. Dude, think about.
Doesn't
think
she
about.
have like the whole get up? I think
Oh,
she
I'm
has
sure.
like the whole
I wouldn't do
getup.
the costume. Fuck that. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, no. If she
Well,
wanted,
it's like the leather, like it's like a muzzle, pretty much.
Right.
Like, yeah.
yeah, no.
That's so crazy. I mean, I'm sorry, dude. Like this part right here. Like this is where I would absolutely.
Come on.
Like, are you serious?
No, come on. Let's go.
They're into it, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Fuck do they live?
I don't know, man.
I tell you this right now, that if we were walking like down like just wherever and I saw that, I would lose it. Like, that's so crazy.
Oh yeah.
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 That's so insane. I would never.
Yeah.
If Allie just at one point was just like, can you do this for me? I'd be like, well, you're about to ruin a 2-year relationship because I'm.
And the reality of it is that I probably wouldn't do it, but I mean,
She's hot though.
One
That's the
day-
thing is like,
She's pretty attractive.
Hey, girl. Come on, Jenna, go.
she got look at that
Look at
face,
those
dude.
eyes,
Like,
dude.
look at her
Yeah.
face. She is
She's-
fucking mad.
she's
into it.
crazy.
Yeah, dude. Like, you know, she's so wet right now. Like, that's fucking
Probably.
yeah, dude. She's in it right now. The fact that he probably even did it, you know what I mean? Like, that's a
Yeah.
big step.
Right.
I just don't like, and call me old fashioned or vanilla. Like, we've talked about like this via trauma bonding. Like, I'm not into the cat thing. I'm not into the DDLG thing. It's just like,
Yeah.
can you just be an adult with me? And like, I'll never forget the day when I was with my ex-girlfriend and she pouted in the middle, like threw a tantrum in the middle of a fucking grocery store about fucking cereal because it was her thing. And I just said, like, I literally was just like, I knew she did it on purpose because she was just like, I know that we have this cereal at home or something like that, something stupid. And I was just like, we already have that. And then she fucking freaked out and she said, I want it. And I said, I don't know, ask your mother. And she didn't like that, and we had a huge argument because I'm just like, this is so fucking horrible. Look, man, free love and all that stuff. If that's what you're into, but
I mean, it's like it's some people's
It's
prerogative.
consenting
I guess.
adults,
like,
man.
Yeah.
look at that face.
Like I'm not about it. You would never catch me doing that. But like, I don't know.
If it was like,
I'm
it
glad,
wasn't an
that,
everyday
I'm glad
thing-
that she gets to like express that with somebody else.
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like
Well,
you're
she's
allowed
happy.
to. You're allowed to do that, but
Yeah.
I'm also allowed to just say that
Oh yeah.
that's cringe as shit, and like that's fucking.
Totally. Yeah.
Christian sent me a really fucking funny video, and I wish I would have had it locked and loaded about those two, the two like non-binary people.
Oh no.
The Ben Shapiro
Yeah.
video,
Yeah.
and it's just like when you communicate in like meows, I'm just like enough, like because I know that you do this like in public, and I'm at the point now in my life where if I see that in real life, like next to us, I'm gonna say, hey, can you knock that off? Because that's really fucking stupid what you're doing.
You're gonna be a hater.
Yeah, because that's fucking weird. That's
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but I find that less weird than like I don't know. I can't get the whole DDLG thing. Like I just
You guys keep using that word. What is that?
Daddy Dom little girl.
Oh,
yeah.
You know what I'm
Like,
talking about.
you understand dogs more than that?
Yeah, just because like I cannot stand people who like sexualize that shit because like to me it's gross. Like I mean there's nothing about somebody acting like a child to me that is sexy.
Okay. So yeah, I guess maybe I misunderstood what it was though. Because yeah, if it's like changing diapers and shit, like
Right. Like
Well, I never changed Dai's, but I mean, I definitely like read her like books that were meant for children, and I gave her a
Yeah.
bath, and I bought her sippy
I'm
cups.
all for people who
and-
use that as like a way of like therapy and like maybe like trying to like overcome something that they've gone through, but like to sexualize it, I can't like stand by that and be like that's okay. Like, you know.
Have you ever known anyone, and you don't have to say names, everyone likes to feel like they feel uncomfortable with saying it because they feel like they have to say their name. Have you ever hooked up with someone or knew someone that had a really let's just say interesting fetish that you were just not about? Like, did you ever know anyone or be with anyone that was like that?
You know, no. Honestly, everyone I've ever been with has. I'm gonna say this: people that I've been with like can't keep up with me.
Well, this isn't a dating profile, man. Calm down.
Single and ready
Save
to
some
mingle.
bitches for the rest of them,
Yeah.
dude.
No, really, like because I feel like in every like sexual relationship I've ever been in, I've always been like the more experimental one.
Really?
You know, yeah. Everybody else is just
You do
fucking
seem kind of
boring.
like the guy that would go with the flow kind of
yeah,
thing.
like I'm the one that's like, let's try this. You know, because you know, sex isn't huge for me. So like for me, it gets boring quick, especially if you like having sex all the time.
But you do.
Well, no, me no,
No?
no.
I don't believe that.
No, it's always like, you know, like of course like in any relationship like you'll honeymoon where you're like just fucking all the time, you know, and I've done that in every relationship I've been in, but
We went
like,
from 100 to 0 real quick. We fucking moved in together, and now we're just fucking married couple, but we're both okay with it.
that's
like,
what I did. Now I have a kid.
No, we're too safe for that.
Yeah, that's good.
I
But
don't know. Allie says horrible things during that make me want to just risk it all, but she says very vulgar things that I'm just like, I never knew that this would be super. Because you know what? I will say that there's something about making sweet, hot marital love to you that, like, there's just some things you say, and I'm just like, as a man, yeah, it's go time. Like, it's just like, let's have 95 children right now because
Yeah.
I'm honestly starting to, because that notion of just like I don't have sex without condoms
yeah,
ever. I mean, we have, but it was quick and I got scared, so and then I put one on. But like it's my whole thing is that it's just like that has never been appealing to me ever. Like everyone, like I've had dude friends like, oh dude, if you just do it without it, like it feels so. I have just as much fun. Like honestly, like it still is fucking phenomenal to me. Like, but I will say recently that I'm just like, maybe as I'm growing up, I'm just like, all right, if I can just have like 5 little people that look like me, like weirdly, like that's attractive. Like that like gets me going.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you ever? I mean, seriously. I mean, like, is that how? Like, is that like was the fact that you might have a child due to sex, like, was that a turn on to you?
no.
There's something about that for me that I just kind of like now.
No.
Like,
I'll say like when I found out that the mother of my child was pregnant, I went through so many feelings like so quickly. Like when I found out, like yeah, obviously, like, you kind of like run every option in your head, like right in that 5 second span when you find out, like, like, what do we do? Like, can we afford a kid? Can we do this? Can we do that? Are we sure it's positive? Like, it's just, it gets easier over time. And I'll say, like, while like she was pregnant, like, you get like in this weird headspace where you're almost like, like you can almost feel like she's gonna be pregnant forever. You just get used to like pregnant significant other life.
So what is it like to be with someone who is pregnant?
I mean, you know the details of that relationship, and
Well,
they're well, no, because it's like, yeah.
I mean, we can move on if you
no,
want.
No, not at all. It's just like it was a difficult relationship to begin with, so that was magnified, while she was pregnant.
Yeah.
So like it was really hard, honestly.
I mean, if Allie's hungry, she's one of the most difficult people I've ever met to deal with. Like, I can't imagine her being 7 months pregnant. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Sounds awful. I'm surprised she doesn't wake me up out of a dead sleep. It's just like, would you love me if I was a frog? Like,
Is this how you're telling me you guys are pregnant or something?
no,
No. Oh my God.
no, we don't even want it. Like, that's such a bad word to us right now.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like what creates the pregnancy sounds amazing to me, and I'm sure when it happens, like I'll write about it in my diary. Like it's that good. But I mean, it's just really, to get more, I guess, deep into it. Like we just had this conversation today that we get by. Like we have enough money to enjoy the things that we like, and it's just like neither of us are ready to just risk it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like having, like we both talk about, like we both get like, we walk through like baby clothes and stuff like that. Oh my God, that's so cute. Like that'd be amazing. But then we really just think about it. And it's just like, I like the fact that
I like my things more.
I can spend thousands of dollars on this fucking studio, and she gets to spend hundreds of dollars on Sims. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah, I would definitely say like don't have a kid just because you like the idea of having a kid.
Yeah.
which I wish a lot of people would understand that fact. It's like when people say that to their friends or their family members, like they get so insulted, but it's just like, I know people who are just like, I know that they would never admit it, but it reminds me of like that old Louis C.K. bit where he's just like, I love my child, I love my daughter, I would do anything for her, I cry at the thought of her, but I regret everything that led up to her birth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just,
No, yeah, it's because of course you're not going to renounce your kid. It's a living thing that's a part of you. Like you're going to love it
Yeah.
unconditionally. So it is a weird feeling to have, but like, no, yeah, definitely. I would say like, just wait till you guys are bored in your relationship. Like when you guys are just like,
oh, that's gonna save
no. I mean like,
Great advice.
no, I mean like when you guys are just like, well, like we've done everything. We're still happy
Yeah.
together. There's nothing else to do. We
Yeah.
have money saved up. We have, we're happy in our big house. Like, yeah, then fucking have a kid.
I agree.
Because then it's easier, to take care of it. I would say, like, you would enjoy it a lot more if you have a kid and you're comfortable. You don't ever have to worry about, money, anything like that, feeding the kid, what the kid's going to wear, where you're going to get this or that.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it's stressful as fuck.
Me and
man.
Allie have a passive aggressive comment on like what we want to eat, and I'm all just like,
It certainly won't be you. I'll be sticking it in. I promise you that, lady.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's just,
so, yeah, no, I mean, saying, like, waiting till you're bored is a really bad way to put it. But, like, no, like, until you guys are, like, comfortably bored in your,
That makes sense.
well, me and Allie, as we do have our cuckoo monkey crazy liberal sex, but like it's just like we're not that traditional. But I think like really deep down, her and I both share a lot of traditional values. Like we're not ones to be like, oh, she needs to take my last name or anything. Like, we don't really care, but at the same time, we're both like, it would be cool to be married and own property together, and then
yeah.
like that lame shit. You know what I mean? Like we both are just like, that gives us solace. Like, okay, because she just like she was brought up like me, where it's just like you look at your parents and you're just like, okay, well they did all that stuff after they kind of made sure their shit was together.
Yeah.
So more or less, and I think that just kind of resonates with us more, where it's just like, but then I think of like, do you remember like the beginning of Idiocracy? How there's just like that dude that lives in the trailer that's just dumping loads and like all like the trailer sluts, and then like there's like the couple who's like legitimately smart and responsible, and they never have a kid. So it's just, and that's like, honestly, that's what freaks me out too, is that like when you're ready to have a kid, I feel like that kid is just set up for just a good time, in his life, where it's just like I see some of our high school friends and I'm just like, oh my God, like,
yeah, man, your kid should never be involved in like your adult struggles, like So just don't have any. Like,
Makes me laugh because like our adult struggles is if we had a kid. we could comfortably afford everything right now, but as soon as we have a child, I'm like, I have to go get fucking diapers for you fuckhead. And like I was gonna go get something for the podcast, but not anymore.
yeah.
What if you met someone that was really into this?
If I'm out in the woods, I'm full-on wolf.
Like on all fours?
At times, yes. Sometimes we're two-legged,
Oh my
making
God.
wolf vocal stuff. But here's something I might do when I'm out there as far as a howl.
Sure. Whoa.
That's pretty good.
How'd you feel when doing that?
Good.
Do you remember them?
I do remember that.
Like vaguely.
You remember them? I forgot to get the video for it, but that's the
That's the dude that barks at the river, where he's just like, in all
well,
aspects except physical.
they are the
Sorry.
person.
But yeah.
Yes, on all aspects except physical, they are a wolf.
And I'm just looking out the river, just boop.
Yeah. Yeah. That right there, I wish 1985 bullying would come back.
Oh, jeez.
That's ridiculous.
That's,
I'm sorry.
That is a lot.
Look, man. Say what you're gonna say about.
Are they hurting anybody though?
No, but honestly, you're hurting me. And if I if I was there,
you're gonna tell me that the very first video that you played is justified, and that's not.
no.
Okay.
If I found my son doing what that guy was doing at the beginning, I'd also be like, you need to get some bitches for sure, and this is not how to do it.
Yeah.
If that's how you feel, I find this from trauma.
Yeah.
100%. B.
What do you?
I feel like that comes from traumatic experiences in your life. 100%. I'm just saying.
Maybe I suppose. I can't imagine.
Allie is defending them because when she was a child, she wanted to be a lion, and the only difference between her and them is that Allie didn't commit to being a lion.
Maybe she still. No, I thought you said it was a tiger.
Or tiger.
Like either or.
A cat. She wants to be a cat.
Like a cat. Yeah.
Do you want to be a cat now?
Well, no.
Yes.
Well,
no, she hesitated.
I mean,
If I
could turn into a cat and a human, that would be cool.
Dang.
I feel like she's just waiting.
We've been bagging on furries this whole time.
I feel like she's just waiting for my approval
Well,
to just.
I'm not gonna put on a fursuit. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not gonna like do that.
Do you want to
But-
like lick?
Well, I mean, like cat ears are cute. Like, I wear cat ears, not like all the time.
They don't.
But you
really,
wouldn't be like, I'm a cat.
No, no. Like, I wouldn't be like meow.
I gotta say, like right here, like when he's. I mean. Yeah, that face.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah, like that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
As soon as I leave that conversation, I'm gonna talk shit about them. I don't know, man. I just, say what you will. You could be mad at me. People can give me.
I'm not mad. It's your
No, I
opinion.
mean, I'm just saying, like that's what I'm saying though, is that like people, if you're allowed to express yourself that way, I'm allowed to say that's fucking crazy.
That's,
And-
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it's the same feeling I feel about religious nuts. Like in the what were they called? The guys that were just like the God hates gay people, stuff like that. Like
evangelicals or whatever.
yeah, whatever they are. It's just like that's fucking crazy and stupid. And the fact that you live your whole life like that is just asinine, and it sounds exhausting.
I mean, I
Not for them though. Like that's.
Is that Anthony Padilla
Mm-hmm.
from Smosh?
It is. I realized it took me a second to as we were watching this video, I was like, is that the guy from Smosh?
Yeah.
I just feel like, as long as they're not hurting anybody or themselves, like, it's really just whatever.
The thing with me is like...
Here comes the Alpha podcast.
He's like, here's why you're wrong.
No, not at all. Because I do feel that way. It's like, yeah, it's definitely... Because everybody feels the same about it. I mean, there's obviously the polar opposites where people are just like, should be accepted unconditionally, and the people that are like, this should not be accepted under any conditions,
Right, yeah.
But it's like, yeah, if you're wanting to be accepting, like, no matter what, you're going to have to, like, just allow some of it, but definitely, like, that's a danger, it could be a dangerous path. Like, people don't know when to stop.
I suppose. Like, I mean, well, if they ever like were to like attack somebody and be
Just
like
bite them,
right? Like and be like, oh, I'm a wolf, like
Allie used to do when she was a kid. She used to bite people. She did. Whatever. Don't be embarrassed. You said this on the fucking podcast last week.
I did. Okay.
She said that she would bite her brother's friends.
Okay, but I was a child. Like, I wasn't gonna hurt anybody, and I stopped. Like, so it's not an issue now. But I'm just saying, if they were to like attack somebody because they're like, "Oh, I'm a wolf," then like that wouldn't be okay.
Let me ask you though. What made you stop?
I don't know. Like, I just
was it people telling you like, "Hey, don't do that. That's weird."
No, I feel like her mom let her do whatever she wanted.
Yeah, my mom was kind of just like whatever, like. But I don't know. Like, I mean, I still love cats and I love lions. I just like. I don't know. Like, I just don't.
You're telling me right now, if I got you like a kurogimi, whatever it's called, like tiger suit, you wouldn't just wear it all the time?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like a cute like suit thing, like. I don't know.
I mean, I want those Jamie Jams. I mean, there's definitely a picture on my Instagram of me wearing one of those.
But I'm not going to go around and be like, oh, I should be in a zoo. Like, I'm a fucking lion.
Yes, you do, motherfucker.
Don't lie to me.
Hold on. I'm trying to.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I think, like... So let me say this then. If you think you're a wolf...
2, please.
If you think you're a wolf, like, why are you in a house? Why are you paying taxes? Why are you voting? Like
why are you voting?
Go do wolf things. Go hang out. Like he did say that he goes occasionally to hang out in the forest and like walk around on all fours. But it's like, yeah, if you're a wolf, go do that. Like, go be a wolf. Like,
I mean, I get that people just find it comfortable, and like I know it's the same thing with like people who just are into DDLG. It's a comfort thing. It's a comforting to have a binky, and it's comforting to. But it's just like when you adapt that to real life, I mean, look, be what you want, but like exactly like you said, in my opinion, it's just like you're still a human with human responsibilities. And it's just like when you make it everyone's thing, like people are allowed to just be like, I'm not going to do that. And it doesn't mean that they're just like hateful or whatever. It's just like you're a grown ass man with a fucking diaper on, dude. Like that's just not my thing. Like it's just.
It's only natural to be like skeptical about anything, other,
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a certain there's healthy skepticism, like you're allowed to be like skeptical of things and like disagree with things, but
yeah, there's also stubborn people who are just like, no, I am a wolf,
right,
And now more of the Basement Dweller.
Bladder's empty. Much better. Anyways, we were talking about how wrong wolf people are. I don't know. Like I just feel like we all knew that kid in high school. That was just like.
It's just like, why are they always weird?
Literally, like that's how I feel. I'm just like, why are you so socially awkward? Like
that's what leads me to believe that it's like it stems from like, being excluded from not society, but like, like you're like. I don't know how to explain. Do you guys know what I'm saying?
Nope, Christian's in trouble.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I have sympathy for people like that because I feel like I definitely like, I don't know. Like I wasn't that weird, but like I was weird enough that like I would get like bullied for it when I did get bullied.
Yeah.
Like until I was just like, fuck you guys, like literally eat my ass. I don't give a fuck anymore, like, so it's just like, I feel like I can like understand them in a way. And it's just like, I don't know.
It's just, I've never met, like, you never hear that the most popular kid in school was a furry, or that was into that stuff, or he cosplayed, at school, it's just.
I feel like until later in life.
True. I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, if it was normalized, nobody would give a shit. But it's because it's strange, that like.
Right.
I mean, people do fear different people. I mean, that's just.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that.
If Johnny Depp and Jake Gyllenhaal came out and they were just like, "Hey guys,"
I feel like you're just against it because you don't understand.
Maybe. I mean, that's really what it is. But it's just like
I do understand. I've also been bullied plenty of my life.
Yeah.
Right? I'm 4 feet tall. Okay, but it's like, but yeah, I've also like been into weird stuff. I'm honestly kind of a cringy person socially. Like I make bad jokes and. Here, look, this is how cringy I was. Okay, in science class one time. In science class, we were talking about everybody knows what a mitochondria is because it's the only thing anyone remembers.
The powerhouse of the cell.
Yeah.
So like. we were learning about that, and they mentioned something, I forget, nucleus or something.
Yeah.
Something this, and she was like, this sends information throughout all the other cells, and then they do this, blah, 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 and it spreads information throughout the whole system, or whatever. And I thought this was going to be so funny. I don't know why. This was high school. This was like junior year. And I was like, oh, gee, I didn't know cells had a mail room. Nobody laughed. And I know it was a bad joke. I knew it was a bad joke the second it left my mouth, except for one dude who was just like, that's the worst joke I've ever heard in my life out loud. And then everyone laughed.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. Like, that's how I am. So, like, I totally get, like, just feeling, like, excluded.
Yeah.
That's not the only time something like that's happened to me either. But it's like every day of my life, I wish I could walk around in a sci-fi, like, you know, armor suit or like walk around like a robot, you know, with like a fucking lightsaber and like fake missiles on my shoulders. Like, I wish I could do that every day of my life. And I'm artistic enough and crafty enough to where I could do it. Like, not real missiles and stuff, but, you know.
Well, like, do it.
No. Because it's weird. You
why,
know?
like, why does it have to be weird, though?
Like, don't get me
just
wrong.
do
Like,
it.
and I know Jacob does this too. Every time you pick up a broom, it's now a freaking, you know, Zweihander. You know, like, you just pretend it's a great sword.
Right. I mean, that's just like a thing where it's just like every time I pick up a big stick, it's a fucking cool stick.
Yeah,
it's a
and then,
fucking-
you know, your friend catches you and just, what the fuck are you doing? You know, and then it's funny, you laugh about it, and then you don't do it again until you're alone again. You know, but it's like, that's not scarring enough to where you're like, no. Like,
I still remember
I don't know. I've just been like, I've been really into the movement of like, just like kind of like feeding your inner child. Like, if you never really like got to do that as a child, like, do it now, like, if you can.
No, I absolutely get it. That's like my, like, something I've been wanting to do, like, seriously lately is like, I want to start woodcrafting, like, steampunk.
Okay,
gear. You
that'd
know,
be cool.
I want to start like making legit like brass and wood, like metal gears and stuff, like steampunk stuff, but like functional.
That'd be cool.
To where like, you know, it looks real.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the foam core like fake you know, stuff. Cause,
right.
Like, yeah, that's cool.
Like cosplay.
Yeah, but it's like it's cool, but you're not gonna be able to wear it again.
Right.
You know, it's gonna get ruined by the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I want to make stuff that's like, this is gonna last longer than me. Like,
and I think maybe that's why, like, I don't know, my parents were never just about it. Like, my parents were just like, it's time to grow up, and I think that's why I really do feel really bad, like, because I don't mean to pick on you or anything like that. Well, because I know, like, there are, I mean, multitudes. I mean, there's too many examples to count where you're like that one time, like, you messaged me and you were just like, I think I'm gonna pick up Orcish, and all I did was just talk shit about that because I was just like, why? Like, I don't know, but it's like I feel so like hypocritical because it's just like I'm just like no, like you have to be a fucking adult, man. But also at the same time, I'm over here painting Warhammer minis, and you know what I mean. Like I'm geeking out over shit, you know, and it's just like because at the end of the day, like you said, it's just like if you weren't able to live it as a kid, or even if you want to continue living it, you should. Like, who fucking cares? I think my only thing is that like as long as you have something going on with your life. Like, I think
it's like there's a line, you know. It's like I don't like you definitely don't want to like I don't know like what the.
I think that's what it is. I think no one knows what the line is. Like,
right. I mean, so then that begs the question: much? Is there a line? You know, like I think it just depends on who you hang out around.
Well, I don't think that like you should let it consume your life to where you can't like lead a life. You know. Like if you were just to like go like this person who's doing the wolf thing, like if they were to just completely like revert into a wolf and then like go off into the woods, like they would die. Like
they don't know how to be an actual wolf.
Right, like they don't know how to be an actual wolf. Like
that's what I'm saying. That's why like I'm like that's too much.
Yeah.
You know? I get it, man. I honestly like I understand the furry thing a little bit more just because this dude thinks he's a wolf. You know? Yeah. And like I mean, this person thinks they're.
I mean, you were gonna get me so fucking canceled,
sorry.
Christian.
You know, just put it out there, man. Let's have that guy on the podcast.
Will you just get with
Let's have that person on the podcast.
Will you just get with the times?
That's fucking Christian. Just.
Who knows, man? Maybe they'll respond. But no, yeah.
I would absolutely love if they responded because the first thing I would say is, first of all, huge fan. I've been a fan of you since Vine was a thing.
Do you want to be on the podcast?
I would love for them to be on the podcast.
I want to be here too. I got questions.
Right.
But like, yeah, like it's just like she said, you know, like that person thinks they're a wolf, and if they went into the forest to hang out with the wolves, they probably wouldn't be around anymore. Right. You know, so it's like. don't say you're a wolf. You know, just say that you wish you were a wolf, or you live vicariously through wolves, or you enjoy, wolves. Wolves are your favorite animal.
Right. I mean, I've always felt like that too. It's like, but it's just like I've always admired like beefcakes in pop culture. So like Reinhardt and the Hulk.
Yeah.
And big daddies from like, but it's just like I'm not going around like walking around with like trap syndrome and like thinking I'm 6'9". Like I'm just like, it's fun.
Because that's not what you want to do.
Right. Yeah.
Like, but I mean, at the same time, like I don't know. You talk about wanting to be jacked all the time. Like,
I do want to be jacked all the time.
You just got to work out. Like
I have wanted nothing more than to look like Thor Bjornsson like my entire life. Like I just wish, honestly, dude. Next to like wearing platform shoes, like I've always wanted to be over 6 feet tall, and I've always just wanted to like lift like heavy things. Like the big dude in anything has always been my favorite. Like I get it. So it's like I understand
where I've always wanted to like dress cute and like be cute and like.
But you
wear
can't
the
do that. Well, you could do that way easier than I.
Girl, you could get away with a lot more.
Look how cute you look right now. Look at her adorable pajamas. Brought to you by
Killstar.
Killstar. We're not sponsored, but if you want to, that'd be sweet.
I buy enough shit. So
yeah, I know you fucking owe us a sponsorship at this point. No, man, but I just like I don't know. Like when you
you are also wearing Killstar. Right?
I am also wearing Killstar. Yeah, I know. Where are you at, dude? Name 9 of their songs right now. I just think that it comes from like, look, you could say whatever you want, but in my opinion, the bare bones of it is it's kind of an attention thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
You want people to see you like that.
And you want people to talk to you about it.
You want people to talk about you.
Right.
Yeah.
Whether it's negative or not, and you're going to consistently bash the negativity, you want people to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For good or for worse. I mean, people like ultimately, even if they don't want that like bad attention, like if they truly feel like they need to be accepted, then yeah, even the bad attention is good because then it gets people talking about it. But it's just you're not a wolf, man.
That's just how I feel. Like, like Ali always says, like, what would you do if that was our kids? Like, I feel like selfishly, if you want to call it that, like I would be like, come on, like, is that really what you want? And it's just like, if they're just like, yes, like this is my thing, it is what it. But like I compare it to like when I was a fucking kid in high school and I had long hair and burgundy skinny jeans and I wore Attack shirts and I was like, this is fucking me forever, man. And then I fucking grew up. I gained 100 pounds, and then I was like, this doesn't look good anymore. And it's just like I only did this because I wanted to fuck girls in my high school that were into the exact same things. Literally, dude, if girls weren't an option, I would have always been the prog rock nerd that I've been destined to be. I would have only listened to Primus, Tool, Iron Maiden, Rush, and Genesis. And but because all the girls I wanted to fucking finger blast in high school weren't into that, like I was just like, okay, whatever. Like,
yeah.
And that literally, dude, and I will say this till the day I die, the only reason I joined bands was so I could get laid. That was the only reason. I don't care. Like, look, there are people out there that are just like, I did it because of the love of the game. Nah, I could give 2 shits. As soon as the person that I was into was like, nah, it's not my thing. All right, fuck it. What are you into? Rugby? I'm a rugby player. Let's fucking go, dude. Like, that's why. Like,
that's high school, though. Of course. Like,
so
that's me. That's fucking me. Now. If it wasn't
basically what you're saying is you're a conformist.
Kind of.
Dang.
Honestly, I mean, like, I like my own things, but I refuse to let them get in the way of things I want.
Sheeple, you person.
Sorry, man. Look, now I'm an adult and I'm in a committed relationship, and hopefully it's the last one I'll ever be in. But
it's just so funny to me, babe, like that you have like these like views and things, but then it's like, then you have like these other things that you want to do. Like he wants to tattoo his whole fucking body.
Yes.
He wants eyeballs. Like he wants like body modifications. Like
I want horns on my head.
He wants horns, and then it's like, okay, babe, but like somebody's gonna look at you and be like, you're fucking weird.
That's fine, but they're allowed to, and I'm not gonna be mad at them for thinking that.
Are you talking about Jacob?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. You did tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
You always told me like you'd be.
If money wasn't an option, and I didn't have to work a real job for the rest of my life, then yeah, I would look like a fucking alien, and that's cool. But I'm not doing it because I'm like, I think I'm a demon. I think it looks fucking sick. So it's just like, sure, whatever. And that's what I'm saying. Let them live their life and be a fucking wolf.
They think they...
And that's cool. And that's fucking
think
sweet.
They look like the shit. Babe,
and that's sweet. I'm glad that you're not self-conscious and a fucking wolf. But I'm allowed to say, as a passerby who has nothing to do with their life, that's fucking stupid. And they can say the same to me.
That's true. Yeah. Yep.
And that's the hill that I will die on for the rest of my life.
Full acceptance merits full bullying.
Mm-hmm.
Every reaction or every action causes a reaction. And I don't think that you should censor people on their...
That's just like science.
Right, but I'm saying... And that's life. I don't think that you should fucking bully people into existence because they don't agree with... Now, there are things that I think that, like...
Except racist.
Right, yeah, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like, when you have, like, just common courtesy of just, like,
Don't bully stuff people can't fix.
Right.
Yeah.
Or help.
Exactly.
I shouldn't say fix.
Exactly,
But,
yeah.
but, like, yeah, if you can't help it, like... Yeah, don't be mean, but...
Look, if they're going to take the time to say, this is why I feel like this, and this is who I am, and if you don't like it, don't be a part of it, like, okay, that's fine. Okay, I appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's whatever. We're never going to get anywhere. I'm fucking canceled forever. I'm ruined already.
I should just do the next episode.
No,
Just
you're fine.
Pretend to be a wolf.
It was so funny. That would work really awesome.
No, just you got recording now, just... Do a quick 2 hours of you just out on the town as wolf.
Oh my god!
See how that goes.
Oh my god!
Yeah, put yourself in their shoes.
I did think it's the longer I live, the funnier I think it is that capitalism will always triumph personal belief, because I find it hilarious that after that Twitter video that I showed you of Joe Rogan, just all the N-words that he said.
Oh my god!
Like, I was just like, Spotify was essentially just like, look, we don't condone what he said. However, he brings us so much money. We're not gonna let him off the podcast, off the format.
Fuck
like,
you, Tom
sorry.
Petty.
Yeah, it was the same thing with fucking PewDiePie. PewDiePie has been in so many fucking things. Like, he said the N-word on stream. He hired fucking just people from a impoverished country to just have a sign that said, kill all Jews. Like, and he's still out there. Like, that's what I find it really funny, is that like when you're too big to fail, you could say whatever the fuck you want. So it's just like companies who are supporting like Pride and stuff like that, you don't give a shit. No. Exactly.
No, it's all money.
Yeah, they're just after the money, but...
Elon Musk's Twitter is already a roller coaster as is, but if he started going off on a tirade, nothing's going to happen to him. Just like Jeff Bezos. If Jeff Bezos popped off and was just part of the KKK out of nowhere,
Unfortunately,
people would still use Amazon.
Yeah.
And that's when I really feel for it, because I'm just like, those people should be punished. And if that's how they really feel, we should.
But who knows? I mean, look at fucking what was that brand that we watched the documentary on? Oh my god!
What was that clothing brand in like the 90s and early 2000s that was like, they had like the trucker hats?
What was it?
It was such a good documentary.
Was it Stussy?
No. And as soon as one of us says it, we're gonna know exactly. But
I keep wanting to say Ed Hardy, but it's
not. Let's see.
Trucker hats.
Trucker hat. Let's see if I put like clothing. Like clothing line, maybe. Like maybe like they'll know. Let's see. Hold on. Clothing.
The STP ones?
No.
It's like everybody would wear it.
No, not America.
The Show Me Your Tits ones?
No, fucking. What was that? Fucking. They did a documentary. They did a documentary about it. Von Dutch.
Von Dutch.
Von Dutch is what it was. Do you remember that? Those clothes.
No.
So Von Dutch it was like a bunch of Venice punks from like the 90s, and it was like, because like Dickies were super popular and shit like that, and like all that like just like that like Jesse James shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like you wear like wrench monkey clothes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it was just like, but they that was like their whole thing. And then out of nowhere, like at the end of their
something
clothing
that,
line,
came
there's a
out.
legitimate manifesto note from like the original
Von
creator.
Dutch.
Yeah, from Von Dutch, that was just like the most like anti-Semitic, racist. Like on his deathbed, he was just like, I hate these people.
Yeah,
oh my
and then
God.
like everybody was like, nope, like dropped it so fucking fast. Like multi-million-dollar company ruined over somebody being a Nazi, which
Don't bet on the punks,
deserved.
man.
Like
Punks are wild cards. And a lot of them are racist.
As the late great Dead Kennedy said, Nazi punks, fuck off, man.
Yeah.
Babe, can I show you something that was really fucking crazy? Oh,
sure.
Well, I'll show you this, and then we have an email again.
Yay!
People
Oh
have
my
been
God.
actually really responding to our emails.
Yeah.
and I'm
Please send more emails.
Yeah, dude, it was
I
really
love
fun.
them.
Check this shit out, dude. Look. I'm gonna say this forever and always. Women are the strongest people on the fucking planet. I mean, these bitches are wild, and it's the same way I feel, especially when it comes to fights. I would rather watch women UFC over men UFC all day long, because those girls fuck each other up, dude. Check this shit out right here. I just found this while you were working and finishing up. Look at this. Have you seen? Tell me if you've seen this.
I don't think so.
Oh my god, look at this. Are you ready?
Damn. Shit. She has a bat.
We gotta hear this again, dude. That was her jaw. So for those of you who are listening, these two girls are at it right now, but it is not a cat fight. It is not hair pulling.
No.
And this bitch has an aluminum bat. And that
And that
you just
other bitch has a fucking steel jaw.
Yeah, that noise went right across her jaw, dude. Oh my god. Look at this
It's
shit.
straight up, yeah. It was lined up perfect.
Oh, right on her collarbone. Right there, right on her collarbone. Right on her tit, dude.
Popped her tit right
just
there.
popped it right there, dude. That's crazy.
Damn, dude. She said, fuck out of here. Like,
You know what this reminds me of? Do you remember that old video where like the chick that they're fighting, but like the girl throws a shovel at her head?
oh, yeah.
That's one of my favorites, dude. There's just something about that fucking noise that I can't get over. Like it emits pain. Like even if you just hear it, dude. Oh.
You can like hear it ring.
You know she's definitely in shock right now.
Yeah.
She either lost teeth or dislocated her jaw.
And fentanyl may or may not be
I
involved.
feel like,
Oh, yeah.
I feel like, is that blood? Like, you can see blood, like, come.
I don't think that's blood. I think that's just
No, like, it was like, it was too
She's
little
bleeding
of it,
after that
but
for
yeah,
sure.
like,
let me
she
see.
has to
Hold,
be
let me see. Let
bleeding.
me see.
Like, I saw some red come out. Oh, that was brutal.
You couldn't pay me to take a fucking aluminum bat to the jaw. She feels it. You know she feels it right there.
She's like stunned.
She's holding her face.
Look, me and Christian can throw hands right now. If he hits me with the fucking frying pan that we have in the stove right now, I'm gonna be like, stop, timesies, because that's fucking
That's
crazy.
gnarly, dude.
Yeah. Damn.
Have you ever been in an altercation like that?
Not like that, no.
When's the last time you got in a fist fight? That's a good question. We'll ask that around the table.
The last time I got into a fist fight was a long time ago. It was like back in high school.
What happened?
I was at, I believe it was called Get Wet Fest
What?
or something. It was at the Nile, and there was like a bunch of bands playing, like Dance Gavin Dance and Icy Stars and things like that, and it was really weird because like I was like pretty much in the very front, so like up against the stage pretty much, and like this girl behind me just like was being ridiculous. Like, you know, I'm fine with people like being up close, like right against me and like, you know, doing their thing, like getting down and things. But like this bitch was like, her titties were like on my fucking shoulders and she was like trying to like climb over me. And I was like, fuck you. Yeah. I pushed her back multiple times. I was like, please get off me. Like, you know, I'm standing here. You're not. You're behind me. Right? Like, so you can try and fight me for this spot, but it's not going to happen, you know? And like, it was like really weird because like, I didn't take a look at her face at all, but like I heard her voice and like, I knew it was this bitch that was like kind of like a little bit like Facebook famous, I guess you would say, or like MySpace famous. Like she was like, you know, like she had like the big hair, everything, you know?
Yeah.
And
he
like,
gets it. His aunt was MySpace famous.
Yeah.
I can't remember what her name was, but anyway,
It's your
like,
aunt.
like anyways, like I didn't like her. Like she just annoyed the fuck out of me, you know, like, and for some reason I was like, I feel like it's that bitch right now. Yeah. Like, you know, I never met her in my life or anything, but I was like, I feel like it's that bitch, you know?
It's
and
that
so
bitch.
like I turn around and I'm like, can I fucking help you? You know? And like she just like instantly like goes to like throw a punch at me.
Aww.
And I like grabbed her fist and I was like, that was your first mistake, bitch. And like
You just neoed her, just
yeah,
okay.
like I like grabbed her fist and I pulled her wrist
If
back
someone
and
grabbed
I just
my-
like decked her right across
Oh.
the face.
Nice.
And then
I'm
like
so hard over here. Keep going,
I
dude.
had a ring on.
Ooh.
And she had a septum piercing, and in my ring like hooked the septum piercing and like ripped it out. And so like, and then I just like grabbed her back by the back of the head and I just like brought her down and I just like went off on her. I was like, fuck you, dude. Like,
Oh, fuck yeah, brother. I'm hard as a rock.
Yeah, dude,
And
that's
then I
sexy.
spit on her.
You spit on her? Oh my
Fuck
god.
yeah.
I need to go
Yeah.
change my pants right now. Fuck yeah.
But like,
The fact that you grabbed her hand, if someone grabbed my hand in the fight, I'm done. I'd be like, hey, look, dude, I'm
Look,
sorry.
fight's over.
Yeah,
Like,
fight's over. Like, look, you
You
can
win.
fuck my wife, like whatever you want to do. Like, and when was this?
it was like I want to say I was like 16, 17.
Oh, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
Have you recently ever felt like the need to just make an altercation again?
No, not recently.
No.
No.
Because I know that on paper you're a very violent and angry person. I just know that you're really good at containing it.
Yeah.
Well, I know that like if someone cuts us off in like the grocery store, you want to fuck them up, but you have enough common decency to just not
Yeah.
ruin our day.
Right.
What about you? What was the last fight you were in?
5th grade.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, so we my story's not as cool as your story, and I wouldn't honestly even call it a fight.
Mine is either. So that's fine.
So, like, I had a basketball, and I remember at the school I went to, like, the basketballs to go, like, for recess were, like, really hard to get, right, because they would go so fast. So I was like, I want to play basketball today, and I ended up getting one, and I was, like, sick. And I was, just alone, just shooting hoops by myself or whatever. And this kid, like, grabbed my ball, and then the bell rang. And I don't know why, like, because this kid was just going to take it back, right, to put it back on the rack or something. But I was like mad that he like took the ball for some reason. I was 5th grade, yeah. And I was like, "Hey, give me back my ball." He like was just like, "Nah," and I was like, "No, give it back to me. I have to put it back or whatever." And then like I got violent. I didn't get violent, but I like tried to get my ball back.
Yeah,
and like, by the way, this kid was a 3rd grader.
Oh, so you're like twice his size at this point? Like,
no, I'm not twice anyone's size,
Well.
but no, yeah, like I tried to take the ball from him, and then I just see a fist just flying at my face, and he got me like just right in the center of the mouth, and I had a loose tooth, and it fell out, and I was bleeding a bunch, and I just like laid on the floor, just like.
So you lost.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, mine too. Don't worry. So do you know who that person is still to this day? Like,
I don't remember.
What was their name? Do you remember the
name? You said your grandpa's name was Kenneth, and that honestly, I do honestly think his name was also Kenneth. But
hey, Kenneth. Fuck you,
fuck
dude.
you, Kenneth.
You want a round 2,
Look
bitch?
at me now, bitch.
Yeah, look at he's stocky now. He's bottom heavy.
But no, yeah, that was like, I guess.
So
that's the only time I've ever like been like in a violent situation. I mean, like I wrestled in high school, and like you do get passionate like in the middle of that because it's sanctioned fighting. But like.
So what was the vibe after that? I mean, it's not like you
I
never
went home.
Well, no, I mean, like it's not like you never saw him again. So it's just like, did you guys avoid each other? Like, what happened?
Well, like I said, he was a 3rd grader, and I was a 5th grader. I was like about to be out of there. Cause,
do you know how cool he felt to beat
I'm
up a
sure.
5th grader?
I'm sure. You know what? That's actually not true. I got stabbed in middle school once.
What?
By a pen. It was a pen.
Still?
Yeah, no. I might have said this story on the podcast already, but like, yeah, I was in middle school, and I scuffed this, fucking Inland Empire, California. I scuffed this dude's Adidas.
Oh shit!
Jeez.
You don't fucking do that. You fucked up big time.
This was actually a year later when I was in 6th grade. This dude was holding the door open, and I scuffed. And you know what's weird is that he was like one of my friends.
Yeah.
Like he was like in my little group, and I scuffed his shoe, and he was just like, "Say you're sorry." I was like, "No," because I was just, I don't know, but I didn't want to say I was sorry, and he like bitched to me about it all day, and then by the end of the day, like I was like joking about it. I was just like, Aries. His name was Aries. And I was just like, Aries is mad that I, got his shoe dirty.
Yeah.
And then he this dude, no hesitation, just pulled a pen out of his pocket and reached over because there was a friend in between us. And we were walking, and he just reached over and just went, bah! And popped me right here.
It broke the skin?
Oh yeah, it went in a pretty good amount. I was bleeding a lot.
Hey Aries, I hope you get fucking cancer.
Fuck you too, Aries.
Fuck you, Aries. What the fuck?
But yeah, no, he popped me in the arm, and I had a little crater in my shoulder, and I had a scar for a really long time. I don't have it anymore, but
Do you remember that guy Seth from high school?
Yes.
He stabbed me.
Really?
Yeah, he stabbed me
What?
in the fucking leg.
With what?
A pencil.
Like just.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you remember Laura?
Yeah.
I was friends with Laura.
Yeah. Me too.
And like I just like hung out with Laura, and they were like weirdly dating and weird.
Yeah.
It looked like whenever they hooked up, it was just they fist fought each other.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
That was some. Yeah.
And like I was just talking to her, and he fucking stabbed me with a pencil, and I was like, "Ow!" And he was just like, "Sorry, man." Like I was just like, nothing
One
ever.
of those guys.
Well, I mean, I was also like, I was way smaller than him, so I was just like, "What am I gonna do right now?" So I was like, "Ow."
Yeah.
And I didn't tell anyone because I was like, I didn't want him to beat me up after school. But yeah, I remember that. I got stabbed before.
Seems like he definitely seems like.
My last fist fight was with my sister, and I was.
No, it doesn't count.
Yeah, it's my only fight. I don't get in fights. I've always talked my way out of fights, always and forever. I'm a fucking rogue, dude. I'm a fucking bard in D&D. I will use my silver tongue to get out of all altercations. I will never forget one day that I was at the Nile Theater and I bumped into this guy and he wanted to fight me outside in the smoking area.
Mhm.
And there was this whole crowd around me and he was ready. He's like, take a swing. I said, hey, whoa. Hey, man, look, how you going to fight me with that stain on your shirt? And he looked down and I went, and I flicked him in the nose and everyone started laughing and was like, oh, like that. And he just walked away.
Hey,
He's
Ali,
like, fuck
you want to know something? That didn't fucking happen.
No, it didn't happen. I don't fight. And yeah, it didn't happen. I was just trying to be funny. No, so the only fight that I've ever remember being in is I was at my Aunt Tasha's, like, it was like some birthday party for someone, but I was really young. And I was like, I don't know, like 9 or... I was less than that, like 7 or 8, you know? And my sister's probably 10, 11. And like, for some reason, we had like boxing gloves. And like, we were just like, you know, whatever. Like, this is my older sister, Jordan, obviously, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but she like punched me in the shoulder, like pretty hard. And then I was just like, well, fuck you. And like, I punched her back in the shoulder and it lasted 2 seconds because...
You really take offense to that, huh?
Yeah, well, she's always...
I noticed, like, when I punch him too hard for, like, slug bugs
He
or
doesn't like
whatever,
getting
he
hit.
wants to fight me.
It's because of my sister. Like, I just don't... Yeah.
He, like, he's like, oh, babe. Like, he's like, oh, why'd you punch me so hard? And I'm like, it's not even that hard. Like I've never left a bruise on you.
No, she punches hard. Look.
I can imagine.
Look, we're playing slug bug. How do you punch? Get me. How do you punch? That's way too hard. That was unnecessary. Way too unnecessary.
Really?
Slug bug. The little
feel like I
slap.
do the
She
same
fucking like punched me. But anyways, so she punched me in the shoulder and like I punched her back and the altercation lasted 5 seconds because out of nowhere she just uppercutted me in the fucking jaw and that was the first time I ever got knocked out.
Damn.
Yeah, so that was the last fight I was ever in. I don't like fighting because I just know I'm not
I don't
gonna
like fighting either, but bitches always want to fight me.
See, that's the thing. I want to fight someone. Like,
It's because you're little.
Probably.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like my small ancestry. Yeah. No, because I've almost been in lots of fights. You know, but it's just
We've almost been in
It's like
lots
you
of
said,
fights.
like I don't know if it's just like I can diffuse a situation just by talking to people. You know, because like, you know, I'm not gonna say his name, but like my son's mother has another son, and his dad, you know, wanted to fight me a bunch of times.
Yeah.
You know, just because, you know, and I get it. You know, it's an awkward situation. There's another guy living in the house with your kid, so it's like, yeah, you know, you don't want your kid to think someone else is his dad. So
Yeah.
I understood why he was upset, because his son would go over and, you know, tell him stories and stuff, and he would be like, you know, he's not your dad. And he would get upset about this, and I remember he had my number, and he would text me, and I was at work one day, and he was like flipping out, and he was just like, I'm gonna come over to your fucking job and break your fucking jaw. And I was like, my lunch is at 6. You know, like, and he was there.
Be there or be square, bitch.
Mind you, this dude's like 6'3".
I'd never seen him before, so
Yeah, no, he's huge. Not like, he's not big, but he's huge. And yeah, like I remember, like, he was there.
Yeah.
He showed up, and actually the first time he didn't show up. The first time he didn't, I was like, I texted. I was dogging him too, dude. I was just like, "Hey, man, I'm on lunch. Where you at?" Like, you know, I texted him back, and then he, you know, talk shit, whatever. And then he came again the next day on my lunch, and he was ready to fight or whatever. And I sat down. I was like, I'm not gonna deal with this.
Yeah.
And I just told him, I was just like, look, man, like, we're both adults. You know, we've both got a lot to lose if we get arrested. You know, you've got your kid, you're in the middle of a custody battle with your son's mother.
Damn.
I was like,
You hit him with the facts.
Oh no, dude! Christian is really good at
Yeah.
diffusing a situation, but using hard facts to do it. Christian won't agree with you to diffuse it. He will push you towards the edge. So either A, that person is either going to fuck him up even more,
Yeah.
or you're going to realize you're a moron, and that's like a moron, and that's how most of our conversations have gone as friends.
Yeah, it's just that's what I told him. I was just like, look, man, we have a lot to lose. I was like, you've been arrested, and that didn't go over very well in court. I was like, if we fight, what's
You
it gonna,
got a record.
I was just like, what's it gonna solve? Like,
Yeah.
you can fight me right here while I'm at work. You're definitely gonna get arrested.
So I love Christian is because I was just trying to be funny for the podcast, and he's like, that didn't happen. And he's so good at doing it. I mean, how many times? I mean, you can't deny. I mean, there were times over video games we've almost.
Oh yeah.
We just get over it. We're married.
That Kyle energy.
But we're married, so it's just like we just be passive aggressive and
Whatever. Or we'll have like a tiny little fist fight, and that's over. But
Yeah.
it's just.
You know what the secret is? Rolling Rock. Brought to you by Rolling Rock. It is the only beer that doesn't make you want to fight people. It's not like PBR. Shouts out to Rolling Rock. Christian and I have decimated 30 racks of Rolling Rock together and no fights.
Lots of memories because of Rolling Rock.
Yeah, one of my favorite memories I'll never even remember. I think it's the hardest I've ever laughed. And we had some idea for like a movie or like a show or something like that. I think I almost needed to go to the hospital. That's how hard I laughed in the garage. And I'll never forget what the premise was, but we were dying so hard. It had something to do with wine glasses and beer. And I'll never forget that. You remember that? It's like vaguely, it's like right there. And it was something he said. Yeah, but I feel that. That's how I've always been. Like, so that's why I'm glad you're not the girlfriend that starts altercations. Like, I'm glad whenever we've gone out, you're not like, what's up? My boyfriend's going to fuck you up. And I'm just like, look, I'm 280 right now, but it's pure fat.
Dude,
like,
if I had a girl to hype me up, dude, it'd be over. I'll go down fighting, dude.
Yeah, that's her, dude. So if you ever want to come out and she'll hype me up and then I'll just transfer it to you. And you want to fuck him up for us? Let's
go clubbing, dude. And then you just gotta get me to fight someone.
Bodyguard.
Yeah. We have 3 emails. And,
Ooh, 3.
Yeah, dude. People have actually been really responding. And it's really cool.
That's cool.
We'll see. We're at about an hour and a half. Do you think we can do all 3?
Yeah, let's just do all 3.
Okay. I don't have. I once again, I forgot to put Ask Jacob again on here. So it's time for Ask Jacob. All right, cool. So this is from Dylan, and he says, "Hey guys, love the podcast. I noticed that on a lot of your podcasts, you tend to talk down about yourself, Jacob. I understand that you're fat, and it's okay."
Jacob wrote this for himself.
I'm Dylan. He says, I want to know, just for some positivity, what do you love most about yourself?
I like that one. Yeah, tell us.
That I'm fat. No,
that I'm a big fat tub of lard.
My tenacity, for sure. I tend to get very obsessive compulsive when I find something that I love. And it was just like when we got into 40K. I mean, every single penny from July to October was literally just put into this fucking game. And but then it, obviously like with the podcast and stuff like that, like I just posted a video about like how proud I am of like all of this. It's just we mentioned earlier in the podcast, I've seen videos of people who like it just looks like shit. And everyone has always told me like, oh, well, you work up to it. It's like I showed Allie episode 1 of Your Mom's House. Mm-hmm. And it looks like dog shit.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? And it sounds like dog shit. And it's just like, everyone's just like, see? But I was like, no, like, that's just, I want that production value. And it's just like, because if I have the ability to be better, I'm going to be. Yeah. It's the same reason why my band was together for 2.5 years before we did our first show. Because I wasn't ready, because it's not perfect to me. I kind of like bring it up as like, that's why I love that movie Whiplash. Like, I love how fucking crazy, is it J.K. Simmons? That's his name?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, how crazy J.K. Simmons is in that movie. Like that's how I live my life, where it's just like, if you're not absolutely fucking perfect in what you want to do, it's dog shit.
Yeah.
But also that's how, like, I'm kind of afraid of doing that, like, to my kids, because I'm afraid that I'm going to do that to my kids, where it's just like, if my son says he wants to play football, I'm either going to make him hate football.
It's going to be the dad that throws the ball too hard.
Yeah, or I'm going to make the next Tom Brady. Like, that's honestly how I feel about it. So it's just like, I don't know. I mean, would you say that because I want to be the best. Like, it really is Ricky Bobby. Like, if you're not first, you're last. Like, if you want to do something, you need to be the best at what you want to do. And I personally don't believe that's a bad quality. Would you agree or disagree?
To want to be the best?
Yeah.
I think it's an unrealistic quality.
Yeah.
Like, like no matter what, there's always someone better. There's always a bigger fish. But no, I think if it pushes you to be great, of course you're not going to be the best. But if it pushes you to be really, really good, like, that's something to brag about.
Right.
I would say that's not bad.
Like I think about in Euphoria when we talk about what's his name? What's Nate's friend's name? The football player.
McKay.
He does like that whole like monologue how he's just like, I made it through
Like,
high
I did the
school. Like
math.
I have scholarships through high school, which is almost an impossible feat alone.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm part of college, and now I'm one of 10,000 college football players.
Right.
It's less than 1% that I'm going to make it to the NFL. But like in my mind, I don't see pressure. I see like, all right, so I'm going to be in the NFL.
No.
Like that's how I feel, and it's just like I promote that to everybody. Like if you want to be the best, if you want to be a drummer, why would you settle for mediocrity? You should be the best drummer. You should spend your entire days playing music, and that's why I never really hype myself up about guitar because I'm incredibly mediocre and I don't have any skills to really bring to the table. But I also hate people who are just like, oh, I'm so good at guitar, but it's just like, no, you're not.
I think it's like kind of a little bit of a toss-up just because I think once you hit that point, because that's a good quality to have to want to be the best, but realistically, like to know that you're never going to be the best because who really is the best? Who's the best drummer?
It's all like subjective.
It's subjective.
Exactly. It's a hard question to answer.
Well, what I'm saying is that it's just like you want to be up there with the greats.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. That's going to get you there, but don't ever get to the point where you're like, I'm the best drummer.
Yeah, I mean, like for example, like I want this podcast to be bigger than Joe Rogan's podcast.
Sure,
that's my goal, and it's just like, yeah, I mean, I could always, I could hang myself up there in the sky, but I want to be on the fucking moon.
Yeah,
and I'm not satisfied until that's the case.
And I think that's the key because it's like once you are satisfied, or like once you consider yourself to be the best, you're not going to strive for more. You're going to be like, I'm here.
Right.
And even, there's actors, there's athletes who are just like, I'm not where I want to be, who have everything, who have millions of dollars, and they're just like, I'm still getting better every day. So I think that's the key. Don't have the ambition to be the best, but don't ever be satisfied with where you're at because you can always keep going.
Right. And that's how I feel. And I think that's why I'm so competitive. You and I will never make diamond in fucking league, but I want to be. You know what I mean? So it's like I treat every game like that. Like that's just how I feel, and I don't know. Like I will just never think of that as a bad thing. I know that I can be ridiculous. It's a fucking video game, and I totally get it. But even if we're playing 40K, I don't show it. But if I get outplayed, I'm fucking devastated because I can't believe I let Christian outplay me in this game that I like. So, what do you love most about yourself? I think we're going to go for like almost 2 hours, dude, because we still have 2 more emails to go through.
I do like that. Okay, no. I'll put that I like most about myself is that I personally think I have a really good empathy factor, if that makes sense. Like
when?
Exactly. I knew you were going to act like that.
When?
No, cuz you're my best friend. I'll fucking bust your balls till you're dead, but
even then
I'll bust your balls.
Yeah, dude. I'll be rolling over in my grave.
Had to go and die, dumb piece of shit.
Yeah.
No, I do think that. And it's like, I'm not trying to just be like, I'm empathetic, I'm a Leo. But no, I do find myself, I constantly find myself mulling over interactions that I have with people, and things that I say to people. And I reflect on it and I'm just like, maybe what I said could have been said differently. Maybe it could have been said, better. Or, I just do that with everybody. It's obsessive. Remember, I think we were having some kind of a conversation about this at the bar not too long ago. But I really do I like to be liked. Obviously, who doesn't, right? So I don't like people feeling even if it's a negative interaction, I don't like people feeling that you're never gonna get through to that guy. That guy is not thoughtful. Because I genuinely am, and that's my main thing. Is I just want my friends to feel like I'm someone that they can count on, if anything, with their feelings.
Right.
That's my main thing.
Okay. What about you, babe? What do you love most about yourself?
What do I love most about myself? I don't know. I mean, it's kind of similar to Christian's. I think I pride myself a lot on just being a good friend and trying my best to be a good person, because I feel it's so easy to not be a good person You know, like it's so easy to just kind of like give in to like your like first thoughts, you know, that you have about something, and it's usually negative, you know, but it's like I'll take a step back and be like, oh, you know, kind of like what we talked about earlier. It's just like, you know, I like to like see from everybody else's perspective on like situations and things, and like try to find some kind of like common ground.
So that's where me and Christian disagree, is we're always right, and if you disagree with us, you're wrong.
I am always right.
I mean, there's like some things that I, you know, feel that way about, but for the most part, like I'm never going to be like, oh, I'm a genius, I know more than everybody else.
Nope, that's Christian. That's also me to an extent. Hold the gate, brothers. Hold the gate. That's a good one. Good job, guys. This one is from Brian, and there's no anything other than which parallel universe version of yourself would you like to want to meet and why? We'll start with you on this one.
I would like to meet post-apocalyptic sci-fi Christian. Am I misunderstanding the question?
No, just you have a window to an alternate reality, and you can meet whichever one you want.
Can I meet Lady Christian?
Sure.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
No, yeah, I think it would be cool to like, I would like to see the me that grew up without the supportive like parents that I had. You know, like, because I had a lot of friends, you know, from California that just went down a weird path, and like some of them were dead, you know, some of them were in gangs, some of them, you know. So it's like, I wonder like how my life could have turned out, you know, like if I did kind of fall into like the wrong crowd and stuff. So I would like to see that guy so I could rub it in his face. Just so I can tell him how good I have it.
This is what happens when parents stay together.
Yeah. So I could be like, haha.
All right, babe, what about you?
I know she's out there in another parallel universe, but like whichever one of me is like royalty right now, like I just want to meet her and be like, how'd you get here? Like, so I can like take notes.
Oh,
like,
you're a queen, Allie.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, but like I want to actually be a queen.
I want a big fur coat.
Yeah.
That is really all she wants. She just wants me to get her a big old fur coat. We've actually had this discussion multiple times. Okay.
Yeah.
Mine's kind of like maybe like the same perspective, but mine. So if I could meet anyone, so the path that I'm on right now is that I am going to be that guy in 5 years. I'm either going to just move on with my life. Like, yeah, I used to have a podcast and it just whatever, like it fizzled through, or I'm, 5 years from now, I'm going to have 1 million subscribers and this is what I do all day long and this is my life and I have product placement, whatever, So I'm either going to never do this again or I'm going to be I worked hard for this guy, right? So I want to meet the part of me who in 2005 took my super nerdy cousin's advice to buy Bitcoin.
Oh.
So I got $200 from my grandma in cash 1 year for my birthday. And of course, as a kid, I think I wanted like a skateboard or something like that, something stupid. But I'll never forget my cousin was just like, have you ever heard of Bitcoin? Like it's this thing where like, oh, like it's super edgy. Like it's like only used on like the dark web. And the dark web. But like it could be really big. It's like a stock, and I was just like, I don't know what any of that means. So I guess what I'm saying is I want to meet the me that on a whim
rich you
became a millionaire.
Yeah.
On a whim.
Just got it easy.
So it's just like I want to see what like I would look like today with millions of dollars and just see like how I am compared to that guy at 27.
Just tattooed face, horns.
Yeah. Probably awesome. Probably like, damn, I wish I fucking would have been you. Like, no, but like honestly, because I want to see the comparison of like, but I wish, okay, like I want to meet them when like I make it. So like if I enjoyed it for the climb or I enjoyed it for the chance that I became a million. You know what I'm trying to say? Like did I enjoy it more because I earned it, or did I enjoy it more because it was the easiest thing I've ever done, which was put $200 in Bitcoin and I just let it sit there?
Like, would you enjoy the journey or the reward most?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that makes
so like
sense.
would I say like, well, I'm not like would my other self be like, oh, I'm not fucking happy? I mean, I could do whatever I want, but it's kind of like that's how I feel about cheat codes. It's like it's just like when the whole, like, it's how I feel about when I play Skyrim now, because they have like the mods and stuff like that, and I can go to the cheat room, the dev room that has every single item.
Yeah.
I still play that game like I want to play it, but then I'm just like, I don't have to work for anything in my life in this game. I can get whatever I want whenever I want it. It's like, so it's like, does it really feel fun? Or is it just like, I still have to do this thing we call life? There's no mystery to it. I could just do whatever I want, because a part of me does enjoy failing sometimes, because either I know that, okay, well, that didn't work out for me, or I'm going to keep trying, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Secretly, I feel like I'm just like, I wish it was you, but like, whatever. Because money's tight. Hold on. What is the most difficult decision you've had to make to see your dreams come true? Oh, geez. I don't really think my dreams have come true yet.
Yeah.
Do we really have an answer for that? I really wish I would have saved this for the first one. There's a side question.
What is it?
And it's not that serious, but I wish I would have read it first.
Well, are you gonna say it?
No, I will after this.
Oh, so I'm going first.
Yes.
Oh.
Do you want me to reread the question?
Sure.
He put ... and then there's a bunch of spaces, and then there's something else. So he definitely wanted, or they, I don't know. I don't know. Alex, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but they definitely wanted to have something thought-provoking, and then...
Okay.
Yeah, really basic. Do you want me to read it again?
Yeah, what is it?
What's the most difficult decision you've had to make to see your dreams come true?
I mean, I would just say, like, leaving my previous relationship.
Literally, dude, I was just gonna say something along the lines of like just being okay to be with someone again.
Yeah.
Because I've always been really weird about living with someone ever since one of my ex-girlfriends, and yeah,
Dang.
getting over it emotionally, I guess.
Yeah.
That makes three of us, because I did have to do that very recently.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
my life is changing for the better.
No
every day.
thought-provoking questions, because they're all basic and lame.
Stop it.
This one I'm really excited for, and I don't even have to fucking look at my phone again because I remember it. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh my god.
It's a taco.
It's a sandwich.
It's a taco.
It's a sandwich. A sandwich is or a taco is a sandwich.
No, it's not.
It is.
A sandwich is when you have a carb on top and a carb on bottom.
So is a sandwich.
No, a taco is when you have a carb on three sides and one.
What's the third side on a taco?
The bottom.
What's the bottom of a taco?
The bottom. The part that you hold it from.
Okay, so
there's taco, meat, everything that. The bottom part of the taco is the part that
sandwich,
holds everything in.
sandwich, meat. There's a million.
If you hold the sandwich sideways,
oh jeez,
it's gonna fall out.
No, you see, you're thinking of a sandwich as two pieces of bread, but there's also like French baguettes or like it's all a sandwich. That's all it is.
French baguettes. You cut them.
A taco is a sandwich. It's a piece of wheat that you just carved into something to hold meats and cheeses and vegetables.
So, no. Dude.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, because then so what would you consider a calzone?
A sandwich.
You're wrong.
It's a piece of wheat and carbs that holds the goodness on the inside.
But I wouldn't call it a sandwich, but it's also not a taco.
What are you fucking talking about? It's the same concept.
What's a pizza?
It's not a sandwich because there's nothing on top. It's a fucking pizza.
So then what's a taco?
A sandwich.
So taco equals sandwich.
Yes.
Sandwich
Yeah,
equals sandwich.
Yes. Like...
Calzone equals sandwich.
Yes.
Pizza equals pizza.
Yes.
No.
Because there's nothing on top squeezing it together. You could just hold a piece of pizza and eat it.
Pizza is a pie.
No. Well, yes, I would agree with that. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay.
But a taco is nothing different than a sub sandwich.
A taco is something different.
No, it's not. It's the same thing.
It is.
It's the same fucking.
It's not. So if I had a taco, right, and I cut the bottom part of it, the part that you fold, right, and I just had, let's say if I had a tortilla, taco stuff, and a tortilla on top, that's a sandwich.
Yeah.
I would honestly agree with you that that's a sandwich.
Right, but the fact that
But if it's folded in half,
I'm scooping it over, and I can, and honestly, I don't have to. I eat it like a sandwich. It's a fucking sandwich, dude.
How else do you eat things?
That way, I fucking.
Of course, you're not gonna turn it tall ways and.
No, of course not. But I'm saying that anything that has something that I can physically hold in my hand.
I hate this person. Fuck you, Alex. I hate this person.
I I don't even know who this
You're tearing
person
us
is.
apart,
I don't
Alex.
know.
It's a fucking
What
sandwich.
do you think, Allie?
I don't know.
No.
No,
You're
it's
part
because
of
she has to
this.
go to bed with me tonight, so she wants to remain impartial.
No. You're gonna tell me that a taco is different than is the same thing as a sandwich.
Well, I don't feel that way, but I don't know if a hot dog is a sandwich.
What's in a sandwich? Hold on. What's in a sandwich? What's your bare bones?
Bread, meat, cheese.
What's
or just bread and meat.
What's in a taco?
Sure, the ingredients could be the same. Dude, I'm Mexican, bro.
Me too.
I'm Mexican and Guatemalan, okay? Bro, all of our meals consist of the
How
same
are you
ingredients.
Mexican?
On my dad's side. I'm Spanish.
Oh.
Bro, all of our food is the same. It's all just...
It's all sandwich.
Yeah, fuck you.
A burrito's not a sandwich. A burrito's not a sandwich. It's a fucking burrito.
This debate
It's
is
entwined.
stupid.
It is literally entwined in the thing that holds it.
But you just said that the ingredients make it a sandwich.
But the problem is that with a sandwich, I can see what my feelings
If I put some bologna, some mustard, some cheese, and wrapped it up in a tortilla, that's a burrito, not a sandwich?
Yeah.
Okay, so what if I put some bologna, some meat, and some cheese, left the burrito open, and just put another tortilla?
That's a
on top?
sandwich.
Fuck you.
It's a sandwich. I don't know why you're getting so mad about it. It's literally just what it is.
So let me counter question. What is cereal? Is it soup?
Yeah, I would say it's like soup. It's a type of broth with something inside of it. It's a soup.
I honestly don't disagree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Because it's liquid.
So then why are you so mad that I think that most things are a sandwich?
Because if I had cereal and milk in between two slices of bread,
Well, you wouldn't.
that wouldn't be
ridiculous.
cereal.
No,
that would be a
that's silly.
sandwich.
That's a shitty sandwich, but why would you do that?
You're right, but that would make it a sandwich.
If you have something that you either put like this or you have it encased like this and you fold it over the other, because say what you
Taco.
will, a taco, it's a fucking sandwich.
A taco is not a
It
sandwich,
is a
my
sandwich.
guy.
It's a sandwich. It's just different. A falafel is a fucking sandwich. A gyro is a sandwich.
Sure.
Okay, well,
Well, no, you know what?
yeah, exactly. Because a gyro is a fucking
That's
Greek
the one
taco.
that's wrapped in pita, right?
No,
Or
it's
wrapped
literally in fucking flatbread, and then you just squish it over like a fucking big taco, and you have fucking meatballs in there.
What did he say?
Like a taco.
He said like a taco, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying it because
Shut
that's
up,
how
you're
you're saying
wrong.
it. It's a fucking sandwich.
You fucked up.
I'm not going to Taco Bell and being like, can I have 3 hard sandwiches, please?
No,
I say taco.
shit.
But now you should.
On principle, is that what you want me to say?
I dare you to go next time you go to Taco Bell. Just you should really change your name to Sandwich.
Of course, because there's fucking retards all over the planet that don't fucking get it. I'm not even thinking it's a big fucking deal. I'm just saying that the idea
seems
of
like
a
a big
taco is a
fucking deal.
literal sandwich.
No, sir.
I know.
Well, thanks for ruining the night, Alex. Honestly, apparently no one's gonna.
I'm about to get in my first ever fight tonight.
Yeah, but that wasn't the question.
Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes.
Right, it's a sandwich. So where the fuck did tacos come from?
Tacos are. I did because it's not a sandwich.
So would you say that tacos are kind of like
But
hot
that
dogs?
wasn't the question.
Yes.
And hot dogs are sandwiches. All right, we're gonna end it here right now. I just want to thank you guys for watching. We're almost at 2 hours. We did a really good job. I'm glad that I was right at the end of that.
You're not right. I'm right.
Okay, well, pleasure kind of to have you on, except for your stupid fuck ass opinions.
Jacob thinks tacos are sandwiches. Just
Episode
remember.
36. We appreciate you. We'll see you next week. Allie, I love you. Christian, get educated. Have a good night, everybody.
Sponsored by Sandwich Bell.
If you like what you heard, type into their Instagram and Twitter. The information's right below with their email.
It's time you bit the bullet and started caring about something with all your heart and energy.
Be sure to log into the channel by subscribing and check out the previous episodes. But until then, we'll see you next week with a new one. We out for now.